knew one day that my two eldest sisters were circumcised. A point that it was now my turn for me to get circumcised. And the way they did the traditional affairs that no one else knew about it, just us, is something that at the moment I kind of believe my parent did not believe in God at all. So my mom was among the choir leaders in church, while my dad was a bishop in our church. Names withheld. They used to practice so many traditional things, especially at night. Growing up, I was not really young, but most of the time I would reflect on what we were doing, not want us to ever disclose this to anyone. So most of the time I was never comfortable of what they were doing, of course, because at this point we are going to church and we are being told about Jesus and, trying to believe in God and practicing everything, that we are taught in church. However, when we come home, the things are different. So I knew one day that my two eldest sisters were circumcised. This is something that I knew was against the Bible from what I had known just with my little knowledge. No one had taught me about FGM or anything, but at this point I knew that was wrong. So at some point I went and told my class teacher, and I was like, I feel like running away from home. But because of the nature of the school where I used to go to, I did not get so much support. The only thing the class teacher told me was to continue praying about it. Anyway, fast forward. It got into a point that it was now my turn for me to get circumcised. And apparently, my mom and my grandmother told me that I was going to get circumcised. I did not believe into this because at this point, I was just now almost getting into high school. And I saw the need of me running away from home. I was like, I am not going to stand this. At this point, I already know the effect of female genital mutilation. And I did not want to be part of it. So one day, I kept on telling my parents, maybe I can get circumcised when I get to year 12. Not year 12, it is equivalent to year 10. So when I get to year 10, maybe it is okay. That is when I can get, circumcised. But this was just the way of me pushing the dates away and trying to see if I can fight against it. So one of the morning, my grandmother had moved now to my family, and they said that now it was the date that they were planning for me to get circumcision the following day. Lioness Lizzie, I did not believe in this. I knew this was a time that I wanted to run away from home. I took an initiative. I packed my clothes. I did not know where I was going to. I told myself, if worst come to worst, let me die while running away. Because at this point, I would hear my eldest sisters talking about the effect and how they were sick, and they never had any doctor looking after them. It is only the old women that lives in our village who came to give them medication and help them in recovery process. So I could clearly see there was no much involvement when it comes to the healthy safety. And I was scared. I knew this is a time, and it is a time for me to go away. So I told my grandmother that it is okay. I was ready and willing to go through the circumcision process. However, I said if maybe they can give me something like a week, because then I claimed to have been feeling unwell and I wanted just to get over it. And at this point, I was pretending to be very brave and courageous to go for it. So 2 days later, I woke up very early in the morning with my few items in my paper bag, knowing that this is the day that I wanted to run away for my life, because I did not want to be part of these cultural belief and cultural practices. I woke up Just before I wanted to leave the house, I saw my dad standing next to the big avocado tree that we had planted. And most of the time, our family would sit there, as they have conversation with the neighbors and all sort of like villagers passing around our home. So I was like, "Hi, Daddy, how are you?" I was just working, and then my dad was like, can I see what you're carrying? And I was like, "No, I want to go and do cleaning. Today I want to go and wash my clothes because it is just few days before my circumcision day."